is happening, everybody, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. In last week's video I basically told you I had some fabric ready for this week's video, which I do, and I think you'll really like it. I'll run you through that in a minute, but essentially in the previous videos that I've put up on this channel I've basically made a lot of quilted sort of items, some heavier sort of weight bomber jackets and big tote bags and stuff like that. But in this video I really want to create something which is a little bit lighter, more autumn sort of like jacket vibes. And yeah, I'm quite inspired by the Swedish motorcycle jackets. I'll put one above the screen right now so you can see what I'm on about, but I love the sort of fabric that comes over, so I wanted to give one of them a go. I've got some really nice fabric. In the previous video I made a jacket which was a little bit darker, more Halloween sort of style, and in this video and the next video there's 3 pieces that I'm making that are going to be more down that sort of Halloween-y sort of vibes, and this is 2 of 3, and then next week's one will be sort of more Halloween themed in general, and that video should come out on Halloween. But essentially I'm building my own pattern for this, so I've got some patterned sugar paper, I've got my fabric which I'm going to show you in a second, and at the end of this we should have a full garment made. Also, what I wanted to say was that I am really enjoying making these videos at the moment. I've been trying to find a way to balance these YouTube videos into what I'm doing and sort of like get them to sort of be able to be a thing, but it's hard to sort of balance the making the clothes, running the Instagram, doing the YouTube. It's quite hard to like really do them each very well, because obviously I've got to make the garment like amazing, I've got to like make the YouTube video amazing and try and keep on top of all the content on Instagram and stuff. But as long as you guys are here, then I'm going to keep making more, and the feedback so far has been really good. So yeah, stay tuned and there will be more of these videos to come. So this is the fabric here that I've gone for. It is really different from what I normally sort of do, but I got really inspired off of all over print with faces, maybe like that sort of skull pile kind of vibe, and I've wanted to sort of find my own sort of version of that for a long time now, and this image came up. The image, when I found it on a art gallery archive, it only came up to around here. It was quite like a portrait photo, but I basically just expanded it on Photoshop because I need the width to be able to put the panel pieces, you know, all along so I can cut my pattern out. Yeah, I expanded it and then I threw it into AI, got like a different sort of colour, and then printed it. But as I said, I really like all this sort of all over print with all the faces. I think it's super nice. So yeah, let's not waste some time. I'm going to grab this pattern paper, fold this fabric back up and start constructing how I want this jacket to look. I'm just cutting the main sort of like front panel which goes over the 2 front panels. It's like that sort of like cover, but I'm really liking this pattern paper, and I don't really use like sugar paper. I normally use like the dot and crosses one, like just the generic pattern paper, you know, but this is actually really nice. It's kind of like, it's very thick, so your patterns will last a lot longer than the paper. I got this from an upholstery shop rather than a sewing shop, and yeah, I'm just cutting out this sort of like main sort of cover for the front, and then yeah, let's finish cutting out the rest of the pattern, get the arms done, and then we'll start cutting out the pattern on the main fabric. So this is the final pattern. I'm going to lay the fabric out, and I am going to cut the main fabric and then cut the lining, and then we'll start constructing the jacket and see how that goes.
If you have any information concerning this clue, notify your local police, the FBI, or gangbusters at Rockford.
Yo. Board dressing on the chord progression. Spill my lower intestines in a recording session. Hoist up a big rocket launcher and point at your direction. Rosary beads around your neck won't give you more protection. Prick my finger for the membership. Yeah, scribble with so much intensity, make the pencil split.
So the problem that I'm having is I don't have enough fabric to do the front cover. I'm still going to do it. I'm going to cut one side out and then either use another fabric for the lining of the cover, or I will try and like piece together two pieces, because what I've got to do is reflect this, so this has to be cut out like this and then reflected, but as you can sort of see, there's not enough fabric, so we've got to work around that.
All the way to the quasars, catch me hiding out in plain sight. I'm fly below the radars. Name, put emphasis on the gang when you say ours.
Or you can see the stars like soliloquy of chaos. Days will get dark, shit get darker than a seance. We did the dirty work, there's no way that you can take ours. Riding all year, ain't no days off. Pop showed me that mama told me that shit is gonna pay off. Balling like the playoffs, all that money's in the nets.
This here is how much I needed. It turns out I can just use this here and then I can layer it, which actually turns out perfect, because then this little bit here can be a little pocket on the inside of the cover, which is nice. So just cut this out, sew that together, put a zip in it, and also should give it a little bit more structure.
Your host for this episode of Gangbusters. Our case is unusual because of the novel means by which we identified and found the criminal.
Terrible weather. Tell me about it.
Just a moment, I'll tell you more about
Staring
it.
at the paper with the margin. If the words ain't passing when
I've got all the patterns cut out there. This is everything that I'm going to need to be able to make the jacket. I haven't done the lining yet, and this is all the scraps that we have left. And I've got to be able to make a collar, the pockets, and all the button holders and all the little details and stuff, because most of this is going to be in all the details from the scraps, and this is just the shell of the jacket here. Let's carry on. I guess the idea with this is to make like a lightweight sort of shirt with loads of little details and like little added things. Yeah, it's a lot different to what I made like last week and the week before, but it's just trying something new, you know. I wasn't really entirely sure what I was going to make out of this fabric. After creating the pattern, it sort of all makes sense, and I know I wanted to do something along the lines of that sort of Swedish biker jacket thing. But yeah, let's start working on that front sort of panel thing, and then we'll focus on like putting all the jacket together.
following my steps till it's permanently placed in its gang.
And this time I actually managed to order a nice zip in. This is a Riri M4, as you can see there. I did it in pink. I kind of expected this to come out a little bit like more red so it matched the jacket, but I think when it's all together and the fabric sort of overlaid over it, then it might actually come out really, really nice. I'm too used to doing these like really heavyweight quilted bomber jackets in that army sort of like high quality style. So doing something a little bit lighter, as I mentioned, is a little bit weird because I feel like it does need some sort of quilting just for like weight, but I'm just going to take this how it goes and sort of build this how I used to build jacket. I am making a sort of a lightweight jacket, so I shouldn't have much expectation on it trying to be like quite heavy, but I guess we'll just see how it goes and take it from there. As I said, I'm going to start working on this panel for now, and then I'll start focusing on all the other bits. I've literally just realised I've put that together and I needed to not put it together so I could put the front pocket on the front of this, because it's going to have one nice big front pocket on the front. I did the back pocket, the little zip welted one in the seam. Does turn out really nice. but I was meant to do like a main front pocket on the front. Now I've stitched it together, so I'm gonna have to unpick one side of it, turn it inside out, and then stitch it back together in a minute. So I've just made one of these as a little mock-up for the rest of them. I'm going to need like 10 of these for all the different pockets and for the front cover of the jacket. Essentially on this jacket I'm using like hand-sewn buttons, and then when this is connected there, the button should just be able to fit through. But this one here is going to go on the top of the flap of the pocket right there, and then the button will be on the main sort of part of the pocket. I'll show you what I mean. This is the pocket here, as you can see, and then this would be the flap here, and then this would be underneath, and then just like that. So yeah, a little bit different from what I normally do, but yeah. And these are super easy to make. It's literally just this, and then you're folding it, and then folding it again, and then you're just sort of manipulating the fabric. I'll show you how I stitch it now. I'm going to have a little look in my toolbox and see what sort of buttons I have to be able to use for this, because I'm going to need to hand sew this one in now before I start putting this together. So I've got this sort of like gold one here. This one with like a guy riding a horse, which is pretty nice too. These other ones which are like these gold sort of like handmade ones too, which are pretty cool. So it's just trying to figure out which one sort of matches the best. But I think I'm going to go with this one because it fits the aesthetic of the jacket quite nicely, as you can see there. This is the lining that I chose for the jacket. The deep sort of red matches the deep red on the main fabric, which is nice. But as I said earlier, I'm sort of doing this one a little bit different. Normally I'd create the lining and then I would create the outside jacket, stitch them like individually together and then put them together at the end. But with this one I'm sort of building the lining onto it as I go, because there's going to be certain parts of the jacket with like holes in, and it's not really possible to sort of sew them and still make it seamless. I've realised that I've got loads of this sort of like offcuts of like fabric from the sublimation, so I'm just going to cut this into like strips and sort of bind the inside of the jacket with that, so the seams are really clean. Anyway, we'll get to that, but what I'm going to do now is cut out the lining pieces with all the pieces that I've cut out here. I think this is where I'm going to leave it today. Sometimes I like to go super fast and just like smash it out super quickly, but sometimes I like to go a little bit slower. So yeah, I think this is one of them days where I'm going a little bit slower. There's not much tedious work in this, so there's not a lot of like quilting or a lot of work on the lining, so it is literally just putting it together. But I think I'm going to come in tomorrow and smash the rest of this out, so it should just be a 2-day project, but I'm really happy with how it's going so far. It is really like different from what I normally make, and it's probably not something colour-wise that I would wear myself. So I guess we'll just see how it goes tomorrow. My battery on my camera's about to die, so I'm gonna charge my cameras, go for a run, and then come in early tomorrow, and then we'll see where we are. See you tomorrow. Hello everybody, so it doesn't really feel like the next day, but it is the next day. It's about 7 o'clock, but I was going to do this all today, but a lot of other stuff came up and just some more business, little bits and bobs. So I'm going to give it like a few hours today, and then I think I'm going to finish and put the jacket together tomorrow, which is Thursday, and I started the project on Tuesday. So I would have liked to have got this one done in 2 days, but I think that it is looking like it's going to be free now. So I'm going to do a few more of the details, just like sewing the back piece together, adding some pockets on the front, doing the cuffs, and then I'm just going to leave the rest of it for tomorrow so I can just come in and put it all together. So I wanted to add something on this sort of side here, but I didn't necessarily want to ruin it because the cover comes over and I don't think there's enough space to add pockets. And I wanted to add a little welted pocket just here on the chest. So I think I'm going to add the welted pocket on this side, and then I'm going to get my labels out, the ones that I normally use to put on the garments, and then sort of figure out what I am doing and whether I want to actually add a pocket on that side, and maybe I will literally just add some cool rough cut labels and it might sort of fill out the space a little bit more. As I said, this is going to be a little quick sort of throw some stuff together tonight and then finish the jacket mainly tomorrow. Bit of a busy day today, so I think that I am going to leave it with that. I literally just did a little bit of sewing to the back piece and made a little welted pocket with a cool little strap thing on it. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that, and then we'll resume tomorrow and get the whole jacket done. I wish I could have smashed it out all today and done it in 2 days, but time didn't want me to do that. So tomorrow we'll finish the jacket and then it'll be done in 3 days. So yeah, nice one. See you in a bit. Hello everybody, so this is the third day of construction on this jacket. Like I said, I didn't expect it to be 3 days, I thought it'd be 2, but oh well. When it gets to these sort of third days, I kind of want to add loads of details and do like pockets everywhere and make it insane, but like I said, I wanted this to be some sort of like lightweight autumn shirt, which was inspired by that cover on them Swedish motorcycle jackets, and I didn't really want to add too many details, so I'm going to get to work. I'm just going to start putting it together, maybe adding a few patches here and there, but I don't want to go too nuts on the pockets, so I might just leave it. This jacket is going to be put together way different to how I normally do it, but you'll see that anyway, so. So I'm going to do a little welted pocket on the inside here, but I'm going to do it with the outside fabric, this stuff, the little offcuts. I'm going to do the sort of like little inside covers out of this, because this jacket is going to be binded, so around all the edges it will be like folded and sewn down like that. So essentially I could use this inside fabric and make a really clean welted pocket, but I quite like the opposing offcuts that I've been using, so let's give that a go. So I've just smashed through that whole front piece and the arms and just pretty much quite a good portion of the jacket, and I didn't speak through it, sorry. I just kind of wanted to get this finished because it's Thursday and I wanted to upload this video tomorrow, get the YouTube video out, get the garment on the website, so I have sort of a routine with making a video like this every week. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this has all turned out. There's so much like functionality to it. You've got like a welted pocket on the inside, welted pocket on the outside, you've got a hidden seam pocket actually on the cover, this sort of like front cover pocket, and all the buttons are functional too. They all work with these sort of like little clips, which I really like. The zip is like a hidden zip, which is really nice too. And now it's pretty much just putting it all together, but I'm binding the inside. So I've essentially sewn the lining onto the jacket already. And then all of the seams on the like inside of the jacket, I'm gonna bind using the offcuts, as I said earlier. But essentially, yeah, let's start putting this together, and then we'll do the collar and it should be all finished.
One time. Yo, to my future baby mama, keep your head high. You know I'm gonna try my best, right? You see my future baby mama always on one, cause she knows I'm in it for the long run. For my future baby mama, help you hear past the rumors, all flowers, real rap, and that includes late bloomers, with no troopers, and no rumors. When you come across someone with same perspectives and goals, you connect to the soul.
So, I just finished putting on the collar, and I'm quite surprised with this, to be fair. I didn't really do much talking today, explaining and sort of breaking it down to you. I hope you sort of can still see what I'm doing and all that sort of thing. But yeah, I'm very surprised with it. It's, as I say in every single video, the lighting is so bad in this room. And when it sort of hits that nighttime sort of time, I think I'm going to showcase this to you tomorrow, and then finish editing the video and upload it tomorrow at 6 PM. But I am really happy with this. I didn't really realise it would be this nice. It's very different from what I normally do. It's more of a lightweight autumn shirt rather than a big bomber jacket, but it is nice, and I really like it. So, jacket completed. It's just me showing you what it looks like now, but yeah, see you tomorrow. Ow! Hello everybody, so it is the 4th day into construction now, and actually the day that I am uploading this video. I wanted to showcase this jacket in the light because I'm really happy with it. Didn't really expect it to look this good. It's hung up there, that's why I'm looking up there. Yeah, I didn't expect it to look this good, so I think I'm going to use this pattern for next week's video too, and alter it and sort of change things and perfect it, because there's still a little bit of work that could be done on it. I love it, and I'm gonna showcase this to you now. Let's not wait any longer. You're 20-something minutes through this video now, so let me show you the jacket. So yeah, I am incredibly happy with this, and it looks even crazier when it's on a hanger, because you get all the sort of like draping from the front cover when it's not fully buttoned up. But this is nuts. I'm gonna break it down to you. So originally I was gonna do the sort of like, I was trying to get it inspired off that Swedish motorbike jacket kind of vibe. I think now it's done, it's sort of turned into like Japanese workwear sort of theme, which is just as good. Obviously, Japanese clothing is really well made and has loads of really cool details and aspects to it, and everyone loves a good Japanese designer. But I love the curves on the arms, the curves on the front of this front cover, the buttons are perfect, the patches match the colour of the jacket, the contrasted collar with the contrasted ribbing at the bottom. I love the pattern of this. I love how it's boxy it is as a shirt. Yeah, I didn't realise I'd like this much. I love the lining. I love everything. It's just, it is perfect, and I think I'm going to play off this design and this pattern for next week's video, which is the Halloween special, and it's going to be a Halloween orientated jacket, and I'm going to try and incorporate things on that version of this jacket. Anyway, back to this jacket. It's available on my website now. If purchasing this is something you're interested in, then there is, like I said, and like I always will say, there is only one of these available in the world. If not, well, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the breakdown of this full jacket. But I'm really enjoying making these videos. I'm really loving putting them out, and there is quite a few of you here now, and I really like the feedback. I love the comments and all that sort of thing. So yeah, stay tuned, I guess.
I understand that. Everything I ain't get on the first day, I'm gonna get on the 14th. Couldn't tell you how I got here, days I'm still surprised. Mum seen the star in my eyes, it went hard to decide. They seen it calm in its stride, it was hard to divide. With homies coming from a place where artists ain't respected unless their energy is hectic. Glad she checked it, she gon' listen to me daily like a horoscope. Some honest quotes from all the blogs off Lemon Brewskis.